All right, Will. So let's talk about it, man. We ain't got to get into the fight too much. My only thoughts on the fight for real, or at least my first thoughts on the fight is I think, and I've been offensive line before. I told Will Steele a story backstage. It won't really apply to y'all. Y'all wasn't there. I think maybe somebody tapped Tyler on the shoulder and said, "Hey man, you got to be a little bit tougher for your guys, you know, maybe you gotta, you know what I'm saying, stand up for you." Hey, Will, remember that one time Andy Dalton was the quarterback, was playing like Washington or something?
My God, yeah.
And somebody smacked Andy Dalton right in the head and gave him a concussion. Nobody did nothing. It's like, hey man, you ain't you ain't, you know what I'm saying? I think sometimes, actually, I know sometimes offensive linemen, defensive linemen, they get these conversations from coaches, right? Like, hey man, you need to step up a little bit. Nobody's telling Zach Martin to be tougher because he don't need to be. Nobody's telling Tyler Smith to be tougher because he don't need to be. You know what I'm saying? Somebody probably gave Tyler Biadasz that kind of pep talk where you got to, hey, Tyler, step it up a little bit. Give me a little more intensity. And I've been seeing in some of these camp videos, the old lineman push after the play. Get your ass on my 5'5" running back, bitch. Hey, y'all my quarterback cut. You know what I'm saying? Tyler been doing some of that. And I applaud that, right? Sure. I love toughness. I love my offensive line to have that extra edge over there. But my whole thing is you have to give it when it's warranted, right? Like when somebody deserves, like if you to push somebody like that when they hit Andy Dalton, that'll make sense. Sam Williams beat Brock Hoffman and pushed him and got up, and I think he was just gonna get in Brock, get in Brock's face. He was just gonna get in Brock's face. Tyler came from the sideline, Will Steele. He wasn't even in the drill. He came from the back and pushed Sam to where his feet flew up in the air, cartoonishly. And then Sam got up. And Sam wanted to whoop everybody that had that color jersey on, Will Steele. Now, I also learned something else too in that little dynamic, Will. If you roll the video, if you got it or whatever.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
My bad, don't worry about it. Isaac Alarcon tried to calm Sam down. But hey, Isaac ain't got enough clout, Will Steele. And if you listen to the audio, you can hear Sam when Isaac grabbed him. Sam say, "Get your motherfucking hands off me." Let's run it, Will Steele. We ain't doing nothing else. We ain't doing it.
I'll tell you what else you can add on to this, bro. Sure. He's tired of getting his ass whooped. This defensive line has been whooping their ass.
Yeah. It's really been a long, almost to a damn dog. Tyler had to push him like that. Almost to a point to where Will Steele, I think this offensive line is fine, but they get beat so much by this D line. I'm like, man, it's the offensive line, but I got to come back down to earth. I'm like, nah, man, this D line is just like that though, right? Yeah. Will Steele, can I get some audio for the audience right here? And just when Isaac tried to grab Sam and Sam said, "Get the fuck off me," but then D-Law grabbed Sam and everything stopped. You know what I'm saying? Which shows like D-Law's leadership in this whole thing. And then Sam went and tried to fight again. But I just thought it was funny how like Isaac had no clout in their room to keep Sam from whooping somebody. You got that from Will Steele?
You want the audio for this?
Yeah. Just the audio, because it was just so funny to me how Sam was. If it's too much,
yeah, I mean you won't hear it. So
please, I just want my audience to hear.
Really weird, but you keep talking. I'll find it.
It's the part where Sam is doing his thing and Isaac tries to stop him. You actually see it. Isaac tries to stop Sam, and Sam said, "Get your motherfucking hands off me." And then D-Law grabbed him, and Sam ain't say shit. I just thought that was just a great show of leadership from D-Law there. If it's too much, we'll just tap out and we'll move on to something else. I'll just send y'all to Twitter and y'all go watch.
It's but you can't hear.
That was just something.
You talking over.
Okay. Can I guess? Dave Chappelle, keep it real, go wrong, get your motherfucking hands off me, Frank.
No, just the way. Okay. No, Uncle Elroy, when he was like, "Hell no, I started this barbecue shit, and this the thanks I get."
Dog, Sam is legitimate crazy when he had to walk away from the nonsense and go, "Woo! Like Sam just has so much energy to get off his chest, dog. Like they just ready to play somebody else, man.
Yeah.
They ready to play somebody else. It was another fight too, Will. Still, Micah got into a fight with Tyler.
I don't even want to show that one. He dropped Tyler Biadasz.
I ain't even see. I just kind of saw a little bit of it before we got going.
Biadasz looked like he was asleep.
Yeah,
the crybaby on the ground.
But then, Will, something else about leadership, right? I saw Dak go and snatch Micah ass up like, hey, man, if any one of us step on the helmet and get hurt, it's a wrap. So take your ass over here.
Yeah, he did the. You got kids at the crib. You know how sometimes you got to grab him by the neck?
Yeah.
He did that to Micah. Grabbed him by the neck.
Now Isaac and Brock Hoffman fight. Ain't nobody breaking it up. They can fight all day. Ain't nobody worried about that. But Micah Parsons can't be punching people in the helmet. Like, that's a problem.
He punched him, and my man Jay Frost hit him with the flex and dropped back. Like, you know how he did one of these Jones. Yeah.
It's your bitch ass. All right, man. Let's get into some real football talk, Will. So if y'all want to call into the show, boom. Now, Will, going into this offseason, I thought it was a tad bit hyperbole. I thought it was hyperbolic to even consider Jalen Tolbert to be anywhere close to taking over wide receiver 3. I heard you on your show this morning. It's a fantastic show, A to Z Dallas on YouTube, 8:30 to 10:30. I saw you gave credit to Iceberg. Now, is that Iceberg or was that Iceberg Slim? Which one is that?
Slim was like the first week of camp. He was like, man, Jalen Tolbert's wide receiver 3. All right, I was like, oh, really? Already? Well, yeah, let's relax. Let's wait and see it happen.
Let me tell you why I can't give credit to Iceberg Slim.
You know me.
Because we saw no evidence, Will, still that Jalen Tolbert was going to take over wide receiver 3. So when I see that, I'm like, oh, you ain't call it. You just guessed correctly.
No, the credit is bringing the conversation there.
Nah. Because look, Will, I was up here trying to draft Mingo. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to draft Hyatt. I was trying to get me a rookie up in here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't think that because we didn't have evidence. You know what I mean? We knew that Jalen was gonna take a next step. We were gonna feel better about Jalen taking the next step, right? But man, he just stacking days on days on days, right? But we always felt that the first 3 wide receiver spots were safe, though. Will still, CD, Cooks, and Gallup. We thought those first 3 was just safe.
But I still think they are.
Man, let me say this. 1 and 2 are definitely safe. And I don't think necessarily 3 and 4 are a competition now. Gallup, right? So I don't think Gallup and Tolbert is an official conversation. But once upon a time, Tolbert wasn't even in the conversation with Gallup.
Right.
Gallup's not competing with Tolbert, but Tolbert is right behind Gallup and he's chasing him down.
He is now, though. That's because it's a conversation. He wasn't competing.
Sure.
He is now.
What I'm saying is, I don't think Gallup's job is in danger at all right now.
Yeah.
But Michael Gallup needs to move forward as if Jalen Tolbert is right behind him, hauling ass towards him. That's how he needs to move forward, right? And then I started thinking about more things, Will, still. I started thinking about the types of player they are. I started thinking about traits. I start thinking about how you can use them, you know? There's room in this offense for wide receiver 4s. It's always been, you know? But then I started thinking, right? I hate Dak friendly as a concept and as a phrase, but I think Jalen Tolbert is I think he's a step away, right? I think you can get more versatility out of Jalen Tolbert, right? And I'm just thinking, Will, still, I'm thinking, man, I can do. You know, they were talking about moving Gallup all over the formation, but Jalen Tolbert is built to move all over the formation. Like, I got film on Jalen Tolbert moving all over the formation. It's something that'll be new for Gallup, you know? Gallup is I'm a big muscle, I can jump ball you, and I can yak ball you, right? Like, that's Gallup's game. Tolbert got jump ball, deep ball in him too, though, Will, still. You know what I'm saying? So, if I'm just looking at Gallup, and me and you always have this thing that we say, right? The loud camp and the quiet camp, right? If the reports that we hear from Gallup, right, are, hey man, Gallup slowly getting back to his old self, man. Boy, Gallup showed a step away from getting back to where he once was,
at
man.
The start of camp, yes.
Sure. And on this hand, Jalen Tolbert going crazy. I don't think the idea of Jalen Tolbert, I don't even want to say it because it sounds crazy. I don't think it's far fetched. Will Steele. I think by the time we get to week 12,
far fetched?
Right?
You ain't saying it. Say what you're saying. Well, say it with your chest.
How about this, Will Steele? If we get to game 5 and Gallup ain't Gallup,
okay.
If we get to game 5 and Gallup ain't Gallup,
here we go.
If we get to game 5 and Gallup ain't Gallup, I'm playing Jalen Tolbert wide receiver 3. Will Steele.
Yeah, if Gallup, but there you go. But see, that's fair. If you came on here and just said Jalen Tolbert's wide receiver 3 right now,
no, not right now.
That you're not adding any context to the situation because we have to go out there and see it on the field in the sense of in regular season. Then same thing with Michael Gallup. He has to go out there. He got something to prove this year. Coming off the ACL injury, you know what I mean? The second year off the ACL injury or what have you. So, yeah, and I said the same thing this morning. If Gallup ain't galloping, Jalen Tolbert's right there, and Gallup admitted that. I don't know if you caught that. On 105 through the fan, he said, hey, man.
It's my job.
I got to watch out because, he might be coming for me.
KDB.